Hello, this is Bea Fields, and along with Scott Wilder, Jim Bunch, and Rob Newbold, I'm one of the co-authors of Millennial Leaders, Success Stories from Today's Most Brilliant Generation Y Leaders. And today I would like to talk with you a little bit about Gen Y and the question around their work ethic. And the complaint that I continue hearing from especially baby boomers is that Gen Y does not have a strong work ethic. I heard it this past week during a presentation. Someone asked me, what do we do about Gen Y's poor work ethic? And I know that that's a common complaint, yet I believe it's a little bit of a myth. And I think that in order to understand or to state that Gen Y has a bad work ethic, you've got to really put this into perspective and understand that each generation looks at work much differently. The traditionalist group of men and women who are currently between the ages of about 65 to 80 really viewed work as something that they had to do in order to put food on the table. Sometimes would work sun up to sundown, sometimes would work at a full-time job during the day, and then come home and farm their land. So work was definitely something that had to be done in order to put food on the table. Then the baby boomer generation came along, and their big mantra was work 60 hours and work as hard as you can and get to the top of the organization and pay your dues and don't ever change jobs, because if you change jobs that must mean that you're wasting time and energy. Then Gen X came along and said, we want flexibility in the way we work. We want to be able to work from home. We want to be able to do more than just work 60 hours a week. We want to work 30 hours a week maybe in the organization, and then we want to do some travel, or we want to work from home. We want a job share. And now Gen Y is coming along and they're saying, I can get the same job done in 25 hours a week than you have been able to get done in 60 hours a week. And here's why. Generation Y knows how to tap into technology. They know how to quickly tap into their network. They're not afraid to reach out to people and say, listen, let's get together and get this job done and get it done quickly. They are not afraid to job share. And their big mantra is, I want to live first and work second. So the picture that I just painted is really the evolution of the way work has been defined by the different generations. So what I'm really seeing more than Gen Y not having strong work ethic is that they know how to work. That whole cliche that I think it's become a cliche, but that whole work smarter not harder mantra is truly what Gen Y is all about. So my request today is that you really start looking closely at how you define work and how your other co-workers define work and how different generations define work, because you'll find that Generation Y, who are the young men and women born after 1977, really value a different way of working, and it's more efficient, more effective, and they will be loyal and they will work hard, but they've got to know really what's down the road for them. So they've got to know why they're doing the project. It has to be meaningful, and there has to be some kind of reward tied to it, which I think we all feel that way. So if this topic has been of interest to you today, I encourage you to visit us at millennialleaders.com. Pick up a copy of our book. It's right here. It's Millennial Leaders, Success Stories from Today's Most Brilliant Generation Y Leaders. There's a big blue Y on the front. And we really want to get you involved in our conversations. We have a very active blog, so visit us on the Y blog, which is millennialleaders.com/blog, and start commenting on these conversations. Start looking at what Gen Y is doing. Start talking to Gen Y, and be careful about making assumptions or about buying into some of the myths that are floating around out there about them, because these young men and women can be very helpful to you in the future, but if they know that you are calling them names or you're labeling them as lazy or not having a work ethic, they will not want to do business with you. So, but before you begin stating something that isn't the truth, go check out your facts, test your assumptions, and let's start the conversation up about Gen Y and how we can help them rather than resist their efforts. Thanks so much for watching this video today. Once again, visit us at millennialleaders.com, and I wish you much success with your business and with working with all generations, including Generation Y. Make it a great day.